What we're going to be looking at is a box and whisker plot or a box plot. It can go by both names. So again, box plot or a box and whisker plot. And once you see it, you'll understand why the box plot or box and whisker plot, why it's a fitting name. So the first thing you have to do is find the 5-number summary. The 5-number summary consists of quartile 1, quartile 2, or otherwise known as the median, quartile 3, so the 3 numbers that we found last section, plus the low and the high value. So it's really easy to find. Okay? 5-number summary can be graphically represented using this box plot. So instead of just having the 5-number summary, we can make it something visual. Here's how you do it. First up is find the 5-number summary. Okay. Then what you do is you draw a horizontal axis with a scale that includes the max and the min data values. Now, you don't necessarily have to have the maximum and the minimum values on your horizontal axis. It's just that they have to be included. So your scale can't, if you have a number that's 50 on the low end, you can't go just down to 100. If you have a number that's 300, you have to make sure you go higher than 300 on the high end, okay? This is the procedure that they give you in the book, but once you see it, it's really, you can do it in any order that you want. So I'll let you copy that down. You don't have to go in this order. It's just, is what it is. So here you go. Here's your data. So 5-number summary, the first thing is to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. And then again, you're going to find your quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and then the low and high are easy. The low is obviously 30, the high is 296. So whatever order you do that in, here's your median. Falls between 78 and 89. Quartile 1 is 47. Quartile 3 is 164. Your low is 30, your high is 294. So your 5-number summary, we write like this. It does not have to be, you do not have to say low, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, high. Or again, median, whatever you call it, both are correct. Okay. You do not have to label each one. If it says write the 5-number summary, bam, write the 5 numbers separated by a dash. Sometimes you will also see them separated by a comma. Either are acceptable. Okay, so here we go. This is our axis. Okay, remember I told you, make sure you include the high and the low. 30 and 296 are the low and the high. You don't actually see 30 and 296 on here. What you have to make sure is that they are included. Okay, so we went lower than 30 and higher than 296. Again, you can do this in any order you want. Here we're just going straight across. We're doing our low, then quartile 1, and so on. So we put a dot for the low, a line for quartile 1, a line for the median, or quartile 2, a line for quartile 3, and a dot for the high. And then this middle, quartile 1, 2, and 3, you just make a box. And it looks like that. And then you connect the dots. So that is why they call it a box and whisker plot. Okay? And it's as simple as that. That's a box and whisker plot. Okay? Here's some information that you can get from a box plot or a box and whisker plot. Basically, if the median is near the center of the box, the distribution is approximately symmetric. So what they're talking about, if that line would be about in the middle, we call it approximately symmetric. If it falls to the left, like it does here, of the center, it's approximately positively skewed, or we call it positively skewed. If the median falls to the right, so if it would have been over here, it would have been negatively skewed. Same thing can go for the lines. Okay, if the lines are about the same length, we call it symmetric. If the right line is larger, like it is here, we'd call that positively. And if the left line is larger, we'd call that negatively. Now you say, how can it be both, right? What if the line was here, but this line what if the median was here, but this line was longer? So that'd be negatively and positively skewed. How can it be both? Normally what you look at is you look at the box first. Okay, the box kind of overrides the whiskers. So if they ask you about the data, look at the box first and then your whiskers. All right, that's it. You'll have homework tomorrow. Nice, short, sweet video. Hopefully it makes some of you